Hi guys, my name is Mio and this is We of More, together discovering that we're made of more, by more, and for more. And this week we've been exploring the theme, the things that make us. And I just want to say thank you so much for the support, thank you so much for the likes, for the comments, and for your feedback. And as well for your encouragement of letting us know to keep on going, to keep on sharing the message. And I was thinking about this theme and I thought about pre-made smoothies and how God always takes those and spices them up. So while I was thinking about this theme and the message that I want to share with you guys today, I thought about Esther. How her story is a good example to get everything and like jumble it up and get everything connected. So if we look at Esther and if we look at those pre-made ingredients that were already in her smoothie, and by pre-made I mean those elements or things that happened in your life that you had no control of, that if the choice was up to you would have never have chosen. So those elements, those man-made elements, it could be something somebody told you, it can be something you went through as a child, it can be something, like I said, that was totally out of your control. And if we look at Esther's story, if we look at the ingredients her life brought to the table at that time, brought to the recipe, one of the first ones that I think about is loss. Because as much as you know, as many of you know, she was an orphan. She lost both her parents. She was brought up by her cousin, Mordecai. One of the other ingredients is kidnapping. It might sound funny, but some of the king's men went to her house and took her. And even though they took her to go to a castle, to a kingdom, I imagine it doesn't make it less scary or less horrible, because they just basically kidnapped her. And see, even in those times, those things happened. And also one of the key bases that basically life brought and she had no control of was death. Because of the decree that Haman made King Xerxes sign, her people, basically there was a death threat upon them. But then if we take these harsh ingredients like ice, we take that loss, that kidnapping, her being an orphan, the death threat upon her life and her people. If we take a look at some of the things God brought to the table to spice it up, one of them being a king and a kingdom. God provided Xerxes and Susa for her because he knew that by her being there, by her being queen, she was able to influence, to have power to save her people later on. One of the other ingredients that God brought was an invitation. God invited her to be the one who saved the people. It did not have to be her, because God can take any person to do what she did that day, but God chose her. And it was her turn, her choice, to take that invitation and accept it and go on to what God called her to do. Also after that, one of the key ingredients or big ingredients is her courage. She had a lot of courage to walk up to the king uninvited, risking her life and knowing, trusting that God was going to pull through. And all wrapped in that, there's also the grace, the favor she found in the king. The king found in her. He saw her beauty. God extended favor upon her. And even the king told her, just ask me for whatever you want. Basically, he told her, I'll give you half of the kingdom if that's what you wanted. And that is what God used her as a tool, as this delicious smoothie to save her people, to make her grow, to make her encourage others. Because that is a funny thing with God. There's nothing too bad, nothing too ugly, nothing too dirty that he can't turn into something sweet. So if we take the bases, like I said, loss, kidnapping, death, just put a little ice here, because obviously it has to be something cold and hard. Let's put a little water as well. And if we infuse that with the things that God gave her, so let's use a couple of oranges. God gave her the crown, he gave her the king, the grace, the courage. Don't worry, it's going to turn out good. So we take all that together Infuse it with a couple of pineapples, because pineapples are delicious. Put a little pineapple juice. So if we take all that, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, the extraordinary, if we take all that and mix it up together, so I just want to tell you, I imagine some of you have gone through very big trials. I myself have gone through things that if we come together and be vulnerable with each other, I know it can be a blessing for others. So maybe there was a loss. Maybe you didn't have parents growing up. Maybe there was a death in the family. Maybe there was an economic loss. Maybe there was a lot of things that were out of your hand, out of your control. In my case, one of the things that affected me was my parents not being together, my parents being divorced. And sometimes you think being so small that doesn't affect you, but it does. That was something that impacted me and shaped me into the person that I am today. And like I said, the great thing about God is that He uses all that to make you stronger, to make your life beautiful. Because if I didn't go through what I went as a child, my parents splitting up, that helped me into going to other people, to other young women, young men, and talking about the hardships that they're going through. Some people have come to me and told me, hey, my parents are splitting up, I don't know how to feel, is it my fault? And God uses those hard times in your life and turns them into a beautiful blessing. Basically, He takes all those weird ingredients, those hardships, those, like I was saying, cold as ice moments. He blends them up with all His unique traits that He has for you and all the beautiful plans He has for your life, and He turns them into just this, into a sweet, beautiful smoothie. So if you're in that point of life where you're just seeing the ice, all the bad stuff that's been done to you, all the bad stuff you've been going to, just know that it will get sweet. Just know that all that has happened will come together at the end. Just know that you didn't go through that in vain. God is going to use that for you to speak to other people. God is going to use that so you can minister to each other. God is going to use that to make you grow, to make you shine brighter than ever. So I just want to encourage you, you're one of those steps. Either you can be on the sweet side right now, you can be on the hard side like the ice. Just make sure that all that together makes a beautiful sweet smoothie. So just remember to share your story. Just a couple of comments. You can send us a private message if you like. And just let us know maybe some of those hardships that you've gone through. Or maybe how you've seen in your life that smoothie start to assemble. Or how God took that smoothie and spiced it up a little bit. Maybe with some sugar, maybe with some cinnamon, depending how you like it. But like I said, just share your stories. You can reach us Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or you can reach us at wofmore@gmail.com. And thank you guys so much for your time. Have a blessed day. It is good.